Okay, so loading this. And hey there, everyone. TheHanyou here. Welcome back to Higurashi When They Cry, Chapter 2, Watanagashi. It's been about a year since I last played this. If you've been watching my Twitch stream, you would have realized how long it's been, because of the fact that I didn't realize which save I was on. So I actually had to go back and check my YouTube videos to figure out where I was. But yeah, that aside, welcome back. It's been a long time. So we're picking up where we last left off. I remember there was a game tournament. I don't remember much more beyond that at this point. It'll probably come back to me. Just give me a little bit. So, carrying on. Apparently I'm laughing at something. Oh, Ch.2 seems happy. Why? How can this be? Okay. He's probably awoken to the joys of cross-dressing. Really? Alright, punishment game. I forgot about that. They had me dress up as a maid, right? That's how that worked. Okay, Ch.2, your hairband is going to fall off. Let me fix that for you. Rina cheerfully adjusted the hairband that had been enshrined upon my head. How does it feel, K-chan? Have you awoken to the pleasures of wearing girls' clothing in front of actual girls? Be honest now. It's alright. We won't laugh. Arrgh! You jerk! I'm gonna murder you! Swinging Mion's bag about wildly, I chased her in circles for a bit. Today's loser was quickly decided to be me. When I had been assured of finishing last, Mion showed her true power. She began racking up points with an iron fist. In the end, we didn't have to add up the score to know who was on top. After that, in the changing room, with much wailing and gnashing of teeth, I pushed the boundaries of shame and brutality. I was instructed by Mion on how to put on everything from ribbons to underwear. Oh god. Why? Damn you, Mion. What do you mean, knowing this will come in handy one day? How the bloody hell will a man knowing how to put on a garter belt be useful? Oh, good lord. Shh. K-chan, you're too loud. If you stay quiet, you might be able to pass off as a rehearsal for a play. Pass this off as a rehearsal for a play. That's right. If I cause a scene here, they'll find out I'm wearing women's clothing right down to the unmentionables? I shuddered from head to toe, resisting the urge to scream. Actually, K-chan, you have really smooth skin. Are you often told that it's easy to apply makeup on you? Saying that, Mion gently rubbed my cheek. Whoa! What kind of man gets praised for being easy to apply makeup on them? How does it feel wearing a maid's hairband? Really finishes off the look. The hairband's the best part of a maid outfit, after all. Well, what do you mean finishes off the look? Dumbass! Stop teasing me! Ch.2 is embarrassed. Cute! That's right. Men like things like garter belts, right? I can kind of attest to that, though usually I'm not the one wearing them. So how does it feel wearing one yourself? I don't really feel anything. Hey, stop it! Don't flip it up. It's tight, isn't it? Can you feel it rub against your skin as you walk? This is getting awkward, man. Stop! Don't whisper such strange things in my ear. How old? My miserable manhood subtly shifted. Eek! Really? Keiichi. Dude. What are we gonna do with you, man? You're turning red, you're turning red! Have you finally realized it? That's right. Right now, Kei-chan is exactly the type of maid that every healthy male wants. Stop it, Mion. Really, why do you have to whisper that right in my ear? Have you ever just wanted to hold a maid close to you? Kei-chan, you've currently become one with that maid. Don't you see? That's a distance far closer than mere touch can ever achieve. There, can't you hear that pulse, that breath? Me, Chan, that's... Oh! On the verge of overheating, a long red line flowed out of Rina's nose. Putting on makeup properly, making you wear a wig with the straight long hair you like so much. Kei-chan, I've made you into your ideal woman. And now you're going to walk around town with me. You'll surely monopolize the eyes of all the men. Oh, good lord. Oh, good lord. What the hell's going on? This is bad. That would definitely make you feel really good, wouldn't it? If only you didn't have this big thing dangling between your legs, you'd be a real girl. Oh, good lord. Saying that, she tried to flip my skirt. Ah! This is definitely not the time. I can't let them see me with this male-centric problem. Crash thud. Before I realized it, Rina was caressing my head and rubbing me with her cheek. Ichi-kun, when you were fidgeting like that, you were super cute. I'm gonna take you home. Peering through Rina's vice-like embrace, I saw Mion laying spread eagle on her back. I see. This must be what Satoko and Rika-chan feel like when they become Rina's prey. After that, it took quite some time to calm Rina down from her frenzy. Later, Kei-chan. Today was super enjoyable. You will rue this day, Mion! This disgrace shall be returned tenfold. I'll achieve an overwhelming victory, then condemn you to a public shaming. Yeah! Only if you can beat me. I look forward to seeing you try. Mion tossed me my clothes and and looking in as good a mood as I've ever seen her, left. Okay now that I've been released by Mion, I can't waste even a second running home. By the way, Rina isn't as good as Mi-chan, so if we happen to bump into anybody, I won't be able to follow up for you, okay? Soon after that, I went into a full-out dash. Pretty sure I was running at 100 meters, running the 100 meters in about 6 seconds there. Well then, Keiichi-kun, see you tomorrow. Yeah, see you tomorrow. The fact I didn't bump into anybody I knew was probably divine favor for my constant good behavior. It's been going my way today. Until you get home, right? That moment the front door opened as if somebody was waiting for me. Oh, Keiichi. So you're home. I was just about to go for a walk. I was dumbstruck by how slow my father was to react. A normal person would have realized the particular scene before the around Okaichi. Dad. This is, you see, you know that club I'm always talking about? This is one of the penalty games we do there. Just so happened I lost today. My dad placed his hand on my shoulder. It was an oddly moist and uncomfortably warm hand. Keiichi, let's have a little talk in my studio. We'll keep it a secret from Mom, of course. No, Dad, let go! There's a show I want to watch right now. Neon, you shall rue this day! His artistic flame raging like wildfire, my dad dragged me along. I disappeared into the depths of the studio. Oh great! He's gonna immortalize the fact that his son is cross-dressing in a painting, isn't he? Oh boy. Keiichi, are you home? Oh, you were in the bath. Is that makeup remover? More importantly, what's the matter? Sorry, I have a headache and I don't think I can make dinner tonight. I'm terribly sorry, but can you go eat dinner with your dad? Go out to eat with your dad. My mom is a go-get-em superwoman at work, but it occasionally takes a toll on her health. So this kind of situation is hardly a rarity. That's fine, but what will you eat? If it's just for myself, I can probably find a way to scram something together. Take care. Keiichi! We'll take the car, so hurry up. Dad quickly got the car ready. He must be hungry. He really only moves so energetically when it's time to eat. Sorry to keep you waiting. So where are we going to eat? I recently found a nice store. Let's go there. My dad usually only complains about things. For him to actually praise something is unexpected. I wonder what kind of place it is that he'd rank it 3 stars. As one who seeks the way of the gourmand, I, Keiichi Maebara, am genuinely intrigued. Headlights of the car cut through the early darkness of the Hinamizawa night, carving a straight path towards town. I was pondering where such a gem of a restaurant could be hidden away. It was, shockingly, the family restaurant right by the station. Dad, that great restaurant you were talking about, was this? The words Angel Mort were written on a very family restaurant-esque cartoonish logo. It had an air of a girl-oriented all-you-can-eat cake buffet rather than a proper restaurant. You've never been inside, Keiichi. Come to think of it, I hadn't. There's been some times where I've traveled to faraway towns to eat, but returning only as far as Hinamiya Station, there was really no reason to dine out. Home was just a stone's throw away, after all. I see. That was the reason I never noticed it before. We stopped the car in the restaurant's parking lot. It seems like the business is booming. There's quite a few cars parked here, but what really amazes me are the license plates. There's a lot of them that can't be from this area. Fukuyama, Nagoya, well that's fine. Chiba, Saitama. Opening up my mental geography book, I calculated how long it would have taken to get here via the major highways. Keiichi, it seems you finally realized how amazing this restaurant is. What's the meaning of this? How can so many people travel from so far away just to come to this restaurant? Following my dad, I climbed the steps and entered the building. Let me guess. It's a theme cafe or something, right? Bell attached to the door clattered as we entered, and a waitress soon greeted us. After confirming our party size and whether we wanted a smoking or non-smoking seat, she guided us inside. Dad ordered 2 of the daily specials. It seemed they were ready-made, so there wasn't much of a wait at all until our meals were brought to us. The taste was, no offense to Dad, not all that different from your run-of-the-mill family restaurant. If you're just talking about the taste, it seems like normal family restaurant fare. What gives a damn about the taste, Keiichi? See? Isn't it great? I see. It just may be that the food here might be nothing more than average. The demographic of the customers was pretty much all young men. It may call itself a family restaurant, but there wasn't a single table with a family, and yet it was packed. The parking lot was filled with cars from all corners of the country. If they didn't come from far and wide to eat this completely mediocre food, there's only one other reason. Dad flagged down a nearby waitress. Excuse me, the dessert that comes with the meal still hasn't come yet. It's the waitresses. Though, I find that a bit weird considering theme restaurants and cafes are a common thing in Japan, so why would they be driving all the way here for one in particular? Just probably to go with the story, I guess. And also, this does take place in, what, the 80s? Maybe they weren't as common back then? But I mean, they're all over the place nowadays in Japan. Oh, I'm so sorry. Is that Neon? Anyway, there's a dessert that comes with Daily Combo A. I've been waiting for quite a while. Oh, it's... my apologies, I'll bring it right away. The apparently rookie waitress rushed off flustered. Apparently it's not Neon, otherwise someone would have said something. Otherwise, he would have said something. Excuse me. Dad? Could it be this restaurant is... Aren't they great? The waitresses' uniforms here, I mean. Bam! What are you doing, Keiichi? My own father never hit me. I'm your son. Listen, Keiichi, I've never come here with impure intentions. Sure, you haven't. That Bell and Adirante. That Bell and I don't know, how do you pronounce that? Tyrante? And eccentric clothing, quell effect. It is my artistic muse. I wanted you to feel that. Even you must have yearned for this stimulation, haven't you? Coming here alone, though, is a bit embarrassing. You understand. That's why I dragged you here. Just blame me. Even if you must condemn me, I know you... I wanted you to know this feeling, Keiichi! I need to take a leak. My father has always had a bad habit of trying to hide his embarrassment using incomprehensible nonsense as a smokescreen. I want to believe that this weirdness won't be genetic. Continuing his one-sided rambling, my father stood up and headed to the washroom. With him gone, I was left alone in the booth. Finally, at this time, a feeling of embarrassment welled up inside me. I had nothing to do but go beat red with shame. The waitress from before returned, her eyes alternating between the order slip and the table. Arriving at my seat, she hesitantly tried to say something. A more veteran waitress offered some advice from over her shoulder. Just calm down and say sorry for the wait. I'm terribly sorry for the wait. Right, just like that. Do your best. Whispering that into her ear, the veteran waitress left. This waitress must have just been hired. With an absolute lack of confidence, she moved hesitantly and maybe even somewhat perilously, just watching her put me on edge. I silently watched as she placed the dessert on the table with an inexperienced hand. But it's just as Dad said, that what incredible uniforms these are. They're like a bunny girl plus a maid plus some sort of frilly outfit, all in a perfect ratio, most certainly a rather dubiously charming kind of fashion. In any case, she in no way appeared to be a proper waitress. What should I do? I was catching glimpses of too many things, that is, I don't know where I should look. Wearing something like that, walking around the restaurant, it's as bad as it can be for digestion. Even though she was wearing the outfit, this particular waitress had no idea what to do either. This flustered state, without a doubt, should be attributed to the amount of bearskin showing rather than being new to the job. Both the waitress and I mutually avoided eye contact. What a platonically embarrassing feeling this is. I'm a customer, you know? It's alright to be more straightforward. Oh, my nose is starting to bleed. At that moment, our eyes just happened to meet. Both of us blinked, doubting who we were looking at. What? This is... God damn it, I was right. Mion, is that you? Eh? On top of her hair being let down, she was so far removed from her usual confidence-filled attitude, I didn't realize it was her at all. It was Mion. Why is she here? Why are you working at a place like this? I'm helping out at my uncle's store. Right. I forgot, you have like what, 12 uncles? Air quotes, uncles? Still not sure if they're all your actual uncles, but you're just as bad as the main cast of Scooby-Doo, where you're always going to visit an aunt or an uncle or something like that, and yeah. Alright. Let's see you talk your way out of this. Come to think of it, I did hear her talk about how her relatives have stores in town and that she sometimes works part-time to help them. Oh! That must be a lot of work. The nervous feeling I had dissipated in an instant. Knowing that this was Mion, there is no reason to feel that way. Well, actually, my animal instincts tell me that the power balance between Mion and myself has been turned upside down. That's right, I'm a customer. My position is superior to hers. The humiliation from today's penalty game was cutting through the recesses of my mind. There really is a God. For him to grant me this opportunity for revenge. Noticing the flames of vengeance burning in my eyes, Mion took a step back. But seeing it like this type of clothing suits you very nicely, doesn't it? It's embarrassing, so don't look so much. I confirmed my preemptive strike was a clean hit. There's no mistaking that Mion is currently defenseless. While confirming my attack was successful, I simultaneously lined up the combo. Mion, you have pretty big breasts. It seems like they're ready to spill out even right now. All the customers are definitely looking at you. Don't say that. Don't play coy with me. I know that you enjoy drawing all the male attention with that embarrassing get-up. I mean, if you didn't, there's no way you'd dress up like that. It's not like that. I'm doing this because I like to. Is this alright, Keiichi Maebara? Aren't you taking this a little too far? Even if it's payback for that humiliation during the day, isn't this too much? Hey, shut up, Logic. To pay back Mion tenfold is a chance you'll hardly ever get. Wearing this kind of get up, your mother must be disappointed. That part where you can almost just see something is the best. Come closer. Eek! Please stop. You still lack the spirit of service towards your customers. Please forgive me. Oh, I want to take you home. No, not that! Entering a version of Rina's cute mode, blood spewing from my nose like a waterfall, I was going until I had no regrets. I was going to complete this verbal humiliation revenge for today's events. Yep, I'll spare you for the rest for today. Oh. It seems that Mion's neural circuits had completely shorted from the embarrassment. I might have teased her a little too much, or so I thought, but such a meek Mion is something you hardly ever see. So this was good for now. Leaving aside what exactly was good. I never knew to think that the high and mighty Mion would have a hard time being a waitress. That's wrong. This is such a surprising side of you. I want to show this to the Mion from this afternoon. Actually, I want to show Rina and the others. Rina will definitely flip out with joy. You think she'll say she wants to work here? She wants to work here? That's wrong. I can never imagine in my wildest dreams that such a cute outfit would suit you, Mion. I'm saying that's wrong! While turning bright red, Mion finally spit out the words that were lodged in her throat. What do you mean, that's wrong? I'm... not Mion. What? I was taken aback at Mion's confusing words. If you're not Mion, then who are you? You're Mion Sonozaki, right? I'm sorry. I should have said this earlier. My name is Shion Sonozaki. Mion is my older sister. My eyes unconsciously widened with surprise from this brazenly crazy talk. Mion, probably thinking that there was no way such a far-fetched excuse would work, turned bright red while fidgeting nervously. Shion Sonozaki? Yes. I'm often mistaken for my sister. But when we met, you had the kind of response that you wouldn't make if we were meeting for the first time. That's because my sister is always talking about you, so I knew who you were. A little bit of a cringeworthy excuse, that is. When I looked at Mion's eyes, which begged me to believe her, the urge to tease completely subsided. To us, Mion had to be a leader who was normally overflowing with confidence, a guiding force. If I were to lash out at that Mion, I would have ruined something I shouldn't have. That was something I would never wish for. So I understand. This foolishness here is something very different from the everyday Mion. That's why she's Shion. I see. In that case, I'm sorry. Oh, as long as you understand. She's winking at me, so, I mean, she knows that I know that she's fibbing. My sister has a lot of enemies, you see. Well, now she's self-aware of that fact, now is she? As I unintentionally laughed out loud, Shion laughed with me. Shion, is this your first time being a waitress? Doesn't seem like you're used to it. Actually, today is, K-chan is my first customer. A little flustered after saying that, she quickly asked if it was okay for her to refer to me in the same way her sister did. Seeing that blatant quirk was so cute, I couldn't stop laughing. So you said you've worked part-time at your uncle's store before? I thought you would have been more used to it. I have other relatives that run shops. That's why this is the first time I'm helping the uncle that owns this place. I see, makes sense. Anybody would be tentative doing a job they weren't used to. Does Mion ever help out at this store? Oh, my sister is, you see, she's not good with these cutesy things. I know what she's trying to say. That's right, Mion is more suited for cool things. So I think having to help out here was... having you help out here was the right choice. Huh? Shion asked, probably thinking she misheard me. And uniform, it would never suit somebody like Mion. But for Shion, I think it works. Huh. You mean that? Shion, like Rena often does, spaced out and turned bright red. What does that mean, exactly? At least for this moment, it felt like the Shion character actually existed. Because there was no way that the Mion I knew had this side to her. At that moment, we realized that the more veteran waitress was waving at us from across the room. So Nozaki-san, you can take your break now. Oh, okay. Mion finally returned to her senses. It seemed as if it was time for her to take her break. Well then, I'll take my leave. It was fun talking to the infamous K-chan. Sorry for mistaking you for Mion and teasing you. Please tell Mion that I will have my revenge one day. Ah, that thing you were forced to dress as... That thing where you were forced to dress as a maid and walk around outside, right? That devilish laugh and smile is what is... It was exactly the same as the one I knew. That's right. Tell her that I will return the favor for the total humiliation I suffered. Blah. More importantly, I'm going to complain to my sister about the teasing I had to endure today. My sister will have my revenge during your club activities. Bring it on. I'll get her before she gets me. Mion laughed with a warm smile devoid of any remaining nervousness and disappeared into the back. Felt like I had a valuable experience today. That's right. For now, I know the high and mighty Mion has a weak point to panic and get embarrassed about, of all things, for her to say she has a twin sister. I thought that maybe I should ask Rena tomorrow if she really has a sister. Or maybe it's better that I didn't ask. It's a bit mean-spirited. I've decided that the person I met here today was Shion, the younger twin sister. So I'll refrain from doing anything that would deny that. It's not that we actually made a promise or anything, but that little exchange gave birth to a new rule between Mion and me. Which is how it should have been done, not between me and Mion, it should be between Mion and me. Because the person speaking always goes second. I've had that pointed out to me a lot, that's why I point it out when I see it. So. Somebody tapped me on the shoulder. It was my dad. That was a long trip to the washroom. He probably came up with a new idea for an art piece when he was sitting on the can. Hey, Chi, are you about ready? Let's go home. Settling the bill, my father had his customer card stamped. It was pretty much filled. Damn, Dad, you're quite the regular customer. Was that new waitress just now somebody you know, Keiichi? Oh, so you were watching from the shadows. Dad has the oddest sense of tact sometimes. Somebody from school? From Hinamazawa? Yeah, she's the little sister of my friend Mion. Her school isn't at Hinamazawa, so she must go to one in town. I've never seen her at my school. So all the kids in Hinamazawa go to the same school. Only about half. The other half go all the way into town on their bikes. In this way, the feeling that I was really talking to Shion came to me. What should I say to Mion tomorrow? I met your little sister. Something like that. Even with Mion being like that, us having a secret between the two of us made me both a little happy and a little embarrassed. You have new tips. Is there really a Shion? And an introduction to something. Achievement unlocked! Double the fun! Right. Alright, so, new tips. Introduction to Angel Mort, and is there really a Shion? So, introduction to Angel Mort. Reprinted from the Victorious War Photographer's Guide, April issue, Complete Conquest Analysis Family Restaurant chapter. Now at last we come to the blazing hot third day, to Angel Mort, a super famous restaurant and the envy of all enthusiasts, despite being located in the remote Shishibone city of XX Prefecture. Why exactly do the most famous stores avoid the centers of human habitation? It can only be because it is a trial given to us by the god of war photography. It's famous locally for having the best desserts in town, but that matters not to us. If you want expensive desserts, you can just go to Censored Place or something. We aim not for sweet treats, but for sweet uniforms. The fragrant aroma of sweat wafts from these obligatory waitress uniforms, creating no less than a public torture device. How can their bashful flirtation be on par with all the other restaurants with cute uniforms across the country? War photography hunting. Away! The smoking areas are the real superpositions. Aim for your chance at them with the tendency of an octopus, with the tenacity of an octopus. Ryu. Yesterday I failed to get seating. Today I will aim for the ultimate golden seat, this corner box in the smoking area. Otaku are overwhelmingly non-smokers, so I'll procure a spot in the smoking area and set up camp there, as expected of Ryu the Hunter. He's saying his victory was decided the moment he chose a seat. In actuality, Ryu used the same tactic during the grand opening of Akihabara's blank, and succeeded in getting the best seats in the house. Back then, he also went early in the afternoon, just after the lunch rush, and not only did he find his target seat empty, he also obtained it with ease. By utilizing tricks such as ordering a little at a time, he effectively increased the number of opportunities for engagement, carefully scooping out his chance for a picture. Yes, I'm reading one of the tips. So I just met Shion, air quotes, Mion's, air quotes, younger sister. That was, interesting bit. Pretty funny, too. But as if cursed by that, from the day before, the god of war photography did not smile upon him. After suffering excessive firm defeats until 3 p.m., he finds no chances coming his way. And after 4 p.m., a man began to take his orders. It looks as though he had been seen through. It is the rule of a hunter to withdraw with grace once marked. My aim was perfect, but the fork technique I used at 2:30 seems to have backfired. Maybe they were wary since I sat in a booth and left my bag on the floor. My camera was already hidden in my travel bag, and it might fossilize in there. If there were 2-digit EGs involved for sticking here half a day, I'd have a high encounter rate. I am mortified. Even so, he still got a few pieces of gold, as to be expected from the hunter. He attained this nice angle despite lamenting his failure. He is an artisan. More surprising, though, is this uniform conquest across Japan is that this uniform conquest across Japan has yielded not a single arrested person. What an amazing start for the hunter who brags about having been to approximately half of the total prefectural police stations in the country. That, the thing the day before. The day before, our hunter took on the shrine maiden cuisine in Nagoya. His hunter spirit showed through too zealously, and as soon as he entered the store, he was seen through, placed in a booth, and waited on by the head priest. Despite waiting half a day, the much-anticipated shrine maidens appeared only at the time of his first order. A seriously huge blunder for a hunter. Now then, here we have the giveaway of the hunter's original photographs that always receive such high praise. We'll present one passionate reader with 3 all-you-can-eat low-angle pictures of the ancient Mort uniforms chosen by the hunter himself. With such blazing hot pictures, you too can... What? Why did you end? I wasn't done reading. Whatever. You can pause the video and read there. Anyway. Is there really a Shion? Let's find out. Beyonce's family? Yeah. More broadly, I was just wondering if she had any brothers or anything. I was actually wondering whether her younger twin sister named Shion really existed. My curiosity got the better of me, so I quietly asked Satoko about it. I wonder... She might not, and she wasn't being very clear about it. And Satoko never gone over to Mion's house to play. From your reaction, I guess you've never met any. Yes, I've never seen any of her relatives except for her grandmother. As far as I could tell you, there were already dark clouds over the Shion is real theory. Rika would know more than I, and you would do well to ask her. Satoko waved to Rika-chan, who was basking in the sunlight. Rika, you know anything about Beyonce's family? Rika-chan was surprised at the sudden question. Mia has a big family, so I don't really know anything about them. Know everything about them. That many, huh? For example, There's someone named Shion Sonozaki. Well, I might have heard wrong, and so she might not actually exist, but... You mean Shion exists? Huh? That was unexpected. So she was real. Their names are quite similar, you know? I could get tongue-tied trying to tell the difference. I've heard she's Mii's younger twin sister, but I haven't met her too many times. Rika-chan knew about her as well, but hadn't seen her much. I think I met her once at a funeral a few years ago. she's not in this class, so maybe she goes to school in Okinomiya. Okonomiya. She may live there too. Mion-san herself lives apart from her family with her grandmother, after all. She didn't live with her parents. That was a bit odd. Was there something between them? It's a very complicated family. She seems to have many relatives. There are doubtless many different circumstances. For now, I learned that she had a younger twin sister named Shion, but her family structure, including her own position, still seemed very mysterious. Okay, now, Rika, I have a question for you. Have you ever seen Shion and Mion in the same place together? Just curious. Oh, what are you three talking about? Let this old man in on it. Oh, Mion-san, you've come at a good time. Might it be true that you have a younger twin sister? Ah, Mion. Crap. A younger sister? Well, yeah, okay. Mion. I'm very good when telling when people are lying to me, and this is just my personal opinion, but you're full of shit. I do. Right. Don't believe you for a second. Mion grew uncharacteristically red in the face at a loss. I think she's looking at me. Oh my. I had no idea. What kind of person might she be? I would very much like to meet her sometime. You shouldn't bother. She's not cute at all. She's really conceited. Besides, other than talking to her on the phone once in a while, I haven't seen her for a long time either. Why did it look like she was in such a panic? It's like she was declaring that the Shion from yesterday was actually a fake. Anyway, this was pretty funny, so I let it go for a little while longer. Another Mion under the name of Shion. Will I be able to see her if I go to that restaurant again? I had a mysterious feeling as if I'd made a new friend, despite knowing that she and Mion were the same person. Confirmed fraud. I mean, it's Shion. Mion. What's the difference? Apparently not much. I forgot how much visual novels dry out my mouth and throat. I haven't done one in a while, so. There's just constant talking. Anyway, carrying on. Let's save real fast. No, there is not a Shion. There is a Shion, but the Shion is Mion. Going off reactions and stuff like that, and no, there is not a Shion. Well, there is, actually. Mion made her up. Shion exists, but Shion is Mion. It's an alias. Everyone has an alias. Hell, I have an alias. It's called TheHanyou. I have other aliases too, but I'm not going to mention any of them. Listen up, everybody. If you don't take cooking seriously, somebody's going to get hurt. This is part of your education as well, so don't fool around and do it seriously. Lazy, yeah. Wafted through the class in response. Half the school day today was going to be home economics class. The plan was for everybody to make curry rice. Ooh, sounds good. And give it to the forest rangers who let this building be rented out as a school. If everybody were making curry in the same pot, it would have been more of a party-like atmosphere. But this was school, after all. Excluding the youngest students, each one of us would be making our own curry, with the results being judged. Alright, everybody. It may be that nowadays curry is an easy meal anybody can make, but it has its roots in traditional Indian cuisine. Actually, no, it does. Well, not really, because curry, at least what most people think of curry, is actually British, and has very little to actually to do with India. Speaking as a chef. So, think about that for a bit, actually. Everything you think of when it comes to international cuisine, I'd say about 75, maybe 75 to 85% of it is a lie. Some of the biggest offenders being Indian food and Mexican food. Actually, most Mexican food is more Tex-Mex. Anyway, carrying on. Even though we've altered it a bit in the Japanese style, it is still instilled with the knowledge and culture of ancient India. Actually, I'm not sure about Japanese curry. It might be more Indian-based than what most people think of as curry. But at the same time, I'm not sure about that. Because what most people think of curry isn't really that much curry, because real curry, is made using curry leaves. And most people think curry is a spice mix. Which, I mean, yeah, you use certain spices and stuff when you're making curry, but curry powder usually doesn't actually have any actual curry in it, believe it or not. But we've gotten a lot better at that too, so we've grown a lot as an international community. Absolutely nothing. Do not neglect that fact. I'll have words with anybody who doesn't take this seriously, so be prepared for that. That seemed like a needlessly passionate sermon on curry. Well, whatever. It's rumored that Chie-sensei has devoted her life to curry. She'll probably be a pretty strict judge. As long as you're not failing, your grade in home ec doesn't really matter. Doesn't really matter at all. I wouldn't say that if I were you. The teacher's a tyrant when it comes to curry. What the heck does that even mean? A curry tyrant? Never heard of that before. You see, our normally mild-mannered teacher, for some unfathomable reason, is a stickler for curry. Unyieldingly so. Yeah. It's sad that every year she goes on... It's said that every year she goes on a journey to India to research mythical curry. this is just a rumor, but it seems that she eats curry rice 3 meals a day, and if she occasionally has something else, it has to be curry flavored. That's not unyielding, that's unnatural. I mean, hey, don't get me wrong, I like curry, especially a nice spicy curry. Still not sure if it's actual curry, though. I don't know. I mean, I'm actually tempted. Hold on. I'm actually going to look up a recipe for Japanese curry rice. Let's see, okay. That actually looks awesome, by the way. Okay, and the verdict is, drumroll please, it's not curry. There is not curry in the curry. It's not curry. So, there you have it. I mean, don't get me wrong, that recipe sounds amazing. Just the spice list alone for the curry blends is very nice, but it's not curry. And you know what? As a bonus, I'll put the recipe in the description of the YouTube video when I export this to YouTube. So, for those of you watching this on YouTube and you see a link to a Japanese curry rice recipe in the description and think, what's that about? You'll know what that's about then. I'll even link it in my Discord. Hey Slag, you mind doing the Discord command for me? It's just exclamation mark Discord. Alright. I'm actually going to pin that. Alright. So, enjoy the curry recipe, guys. Actually, if you actually make that recipe, join my Discord and share pictures, or post in the comments about if it was good or not. I want to hear feedback on that. Anyway, carrying on. That's not unyielding, that's unnatural. Is she part of an evil cult or something? Besides, doesn't curry top the list when it comes to junk food? Curry 3 times a day is just weird nutritionally speaking, and Actually, I'm gonna butt in here again. Curry seems fairly balanced. You got rice, you've got various spices and herbs to give it various vitamins and minerals and stuff like that. You have protein, and you have your vegetables and starches too, from the carrots and other vegetables, as well as the starches from like potato and rice. And the rice is also a grain too, so nutritionally speaking, if you were, I'm not sure about store-bought, but if you make your own curry, I can say that nutritionally speaking, you could live off curry. Yeah. Thunk, thunk, thunk. Embedded into the table, right by my fingertips, a chef's knife, ladle, and spatula hummed gently as they still quivered. The teacher, while still mixing her own pot, was looking this way, smiling. K-chan, shh! If you say any more, you'll be sleeping with the fishes. Saying even a little bit more would make my situation a lot more dire. Yeah. Just be serious and make your curry properly and everything's good, alright? I don't think it's going to be that easy today. Look, Mi-chan it's written all over her face. If the playing field is even and we're being judged, there's no way this won't turn into a competition. Looks like we're all on the same page. It's a cooking contest! I knew it! There's no way Mion would leave such an enticing event alone. How shall we determine the victor? By how the teacher judges it? As if saying, but wait, there's more. The teacher reappeared with the principal in tow. The purpose of today's event is to show appreciation for the people of the Forestry Service, so they'll be judging the results with me. Yep, your teacher and I, as well as 5 people from the Forestry Service, will be judging your cooking. Good luck to everyone. Yeah. Even the principal. Looking around, it seemed like the interests of everybody in the class had been piqued. So that's what's happening. This isn't going to just be some casual curry cook-off. Rina is good at making curry. I'm not going to lose today. My grade is cooking in a group, so I'm together with Rika. What? My grade is... Okay, I get it now. So I'm together with Rika. That's unfair. I'm pretty sure that Rika is good at cooking. My curry is so tasty it'll send shivers down your spine. What about Mion? She doesn't seem like she's too good at cooking. Her type has always been bad at this kind of thing. But Mion continued to look unconcerned. Alright. I'll tell you what Kei-chan is thinking right now. Mion is definitely bad at cooking. Am I right? I don't like the way she just said that. It couldn't be. Mion couldn't possibly. At that moment, the teacher's whistle sounded. Alright everybody, are you ready? Be very careful with the knives. Start! The call to arms had sounded. We had to use an outdoor kit to cook the rice, but it wasn't that difficult for a camping veteran like me. Put the rice into the canister, push your palm to the bottom. fill with water to just above the wrist. Are you alright with only that much water? If you don't put in more, it could be bad. You filthy liar. If I put in any more, I'll just be left with some half-cooked porridge. Ch.2, if that's meant to be a trick, it won't work. I'm used to cooking rice with these utensils. First it starts to bubble, then the steam starts to puff, and don't take off the lid no matter what. Keiji-kun, you're amazing. This is a little unexpected. Did you learn this at summer camp? My dad really likes to go camping, see? Whenever summer comes around, our family goes a lot. So this means everybody is good at cooking the rice. In other words, the critical part of this challenge will be the curry. Curry is Rika's specialty. We'll cream you all. You lost me at Rika's. Why don't you help with the cooking too? Maybe Ch.2 is helping the most by doing nothing at all. Eep. The ends justify the means. I just have to win. That was a pretty malicious comment for Rina. And Ch.2 took it hook, line, and sinker. Rina could only apologize between fits of laughter while Ch.2 chased her around. Well now, should we move on to the curry? For now, the battle really begins. Battle truly begins. After rinsing off the carrots, potatoes, and other standard vegetables, I grasped the knife. What will today's curry taste like? As Rina hummed along, her very well-practiced hands wielded her knife. The rhythmical sound of the knife hitting the cutting board harkened to kind images of days long past. Simply put, it was perfect. It was so calm and practiced, I seriously don't stand a chance. I looked over at Ch.2 and Rika-chan. Ch.2 was in charge of washing the vegetables, while Rika-chan was in charge of peeling them. That's what I heard being discussed, but Rika-chan's knife skills are something else as well. She was happily rotating the potato and peeling it quite quickly. On top of that, the peels spanned the entire potato. What was that called again? Katsuramuki? I've heard that peeling a vegetable in one loop around like that is a highly regarded technique. It really is. It's also very hard to do with something like a potato because of the rough, uneven skin, so that's actually very impressive. Bravo, Rika. Very nice. She picked up the peel from the sink and carved a pair of eyes into it with her knife. It's a snake, rawr! Saying that she placed the longly peeled potato skin on top of the head of a boy from her group. She wasn't even breaking a sweat. When it comes to Rika-chan cooking, I couldn't even hold a candle to her. But, roar? Do snakes make that sound? No. Alright then, how's Mion doing? She's definitely just fumbling along. There's no way she can peel potatoes so effortlessly like that. Absolutely no way. This can't be! You've got to be kidding me! This is a trick! She's using special effects. Where's the wire? She's definitely using a wire. Here, take a look-see. A look-see. As if she'd already won, Mion proudly showed me the elongated potato skin. Also, it takes an incredibly sharp knife to do that. You didn't know, Keiji? Mi was taught how to cook by her grandma. Not just cooking. From sewing to flower arrangements to playing the koto. From marksmanship to radio operation, even helicopter piloting is but one of the myriad things she can do. Good lord! Also, that is one hell of a grandma. I'd love to meet her grandma. I'm sure she would have some awesome stories to tell. Strangely enough, the latter terms were more realistic. The latter items were more realistic. It was the first few items on that list that seemed like a lie. She's actually really good at cooking. It's just such a hassle that she never does it, though. Damn it! I'm also really good at cooking, especially Chinese food. Kiichi, boiling something and pouring it into a bowl doesn't count as cooking. Shot down before I could even say it. Oh, too bad for you. Today, Keiichi-san shall be assuredly languishing in defeat all alone. Clank. Tough words for somebody who can't even cook by herself. Wah! Rika! There. I'll destroy Keiichi for you. Yeah, this does not look good. Everybody is smirking at me. Don't raise the white flag yet, Keiichi Maebara. Don't throw away this match. Calm down and think. Now about how to peel these potatoes well. But not about how to peel these potatoes well, but about how to win this challenge. Exactly. Doesn't matter if you can do the one skin peeling thing. Grab yourself a potato peeler and just go to town. Get that shit in the pot, you know? There's too many people watching. I'm going to work at another sink. Saying only that, I gathered up all the vegetables and left that spot behind. Will Keiichi-kun be alright? I'm worried he might cut himself with his knife. Let's see what Kei-chen's doing. No matter how hard I try peeling these, if I slip up at this speed, I'll lop my fingers right off. Then there's only one thing left to do. Tomita-kun, Okamura-kun. Oh, you guys were in a group of 4, huh? It was the 2 underclassmen that had become my sworn brothers ever since the event at that toy store last Sunday. They had been paired with 2 girls for their group. Yep. Both the girls are pretty good at cooking. So both of us can just mess around and we'll be okay. Both of them pointed at the girls. They're not as good as Rina, but they were both good at handling a knife. I'll get straight to the point. At this rate, I'm going to lose this contest. Give me the vegetables your group has peeled already. Maebara-san. That's pretty much theft. But depending on what's in it for us... In other words, it depends on the terms of negotiation. Quite bold of you guys. Well, that's to be expected, and then let's do this. If I win, I'll let you eat that curry that Satoko and Rika-chen's group makes. How about that? I don't know about that. Both of them are hesitant after such a weighty proposal. Just one more little push that seems in order. Very well then, let's make them an offer they can't refuse. I pulled both of them close by the shoulder and made my offer in a hushed tone. Of course, that includes the part that Satoko and Rika-chen have already eaten some of. I'll even throw in the spoons. A red mist sprouted vigorously from the noses of the 2 underclassmen. See, I don't get... Maybe this is just me, but I just don't get the whole indirect kiss thing that the Japanese seem so obsessed about. I've always been a sharer of my food. Like, with friends and family. It's like, here, you try... Like, we order different things at restaurants, and it's like, here, you try this, and I try yours, and we go. That's how it works. At least with me and my friends and family and stuff like that. That's how it's always been. But I don't get why some people have this obsession, especially the Japanese, with the whole indirect kiss thing. Maybe somebody can clear that up for me, but it's just it's never made any sense for me why they make such a big deal out of it, especially in modern times, because this is back in the 70s, 80s, maybe more people were more reserved back then. Fine, whatever. But nowadays, though, it doesn't make much sense to me. But I don't know, whatever. That's my bit of a rant for now. So, carrying on. Ichi-san is also pretty good at this. There's some very nice potatoes. Having brilliantly cleared the vegetable peeling challenge, I return to my comrades in triumph. Whoa, amazing, amazing! Keiichi-kun's peeling is really good. That's not quite right. What Kei-chan has bared isn't a potato, but his fangs. Yeah, I'm super serious about this. I'll crush you all. Having finished with preparing the vegetables, next is to boil a pot of water, then add the vegetables in order of which takes longest to cook. I learned this part from my mother when we went camping. But just cooking in order, it probably won't garner a lot of points. Look over at Rina, she had a variety of vegetables cooking together in a delicate balance. She wasn't being ambitious or calculating a way to win the game. She was making delicious food with a mother's touch. I have a feeling that I could somehow compete with Mion in terms of technique, but I would be no match for Rina. Way out of my league. When my mother makes curry, you see, she always uses lots of ingredients. That's why Rina's curry uses a lot of ingredients as well. I really wanted to take all night and stew it nice and slow. Oh. I beg of you, will you please help me just a little with my curry? No. This is one of our club activities. Rina won't lose. Rina won't lose. Ugh, when she enters club mode, even the normally kind Rina becomes an enemy. Looks like Rika-chan is cooking apples as well. Ugh, she's like a pro at this. How about Mion? What? Mion, you... What the heck is that? Where did you get meat from? I predicted what we would be doing today by looking at the schedule, so I prepared accordingly. My curry is going to be marvelous. On closer inspection, it looks like Mion brought her own vegetables and spices and other ingredients. They were spread all over the place. Mion, just for today, you brought all this stuff from your house. Objection! Chie-sensei, there's no way this is allowed, is it? Objection overruled. As long as it makes for delicious curry, anything goes. Ugh. For that normally serious teacher to go so far as to append a star to the end of her sentence. Just as the rumors said, she's a through-and-through curry freak. Rina and Rika-chan are naturally gifted chefs. I've come with thorough preparations. And? Kei-chan, what about you? It's hopeless. In the grand scheme of cooking, peeling the vegetables is only a small part of it. The hurdles I must overcome are just too numerous and too high. Embaressment, over here. Turning around, I saw the voices calling to me, belonging to the two underclassmen from earlier, Tomita-kun and Okamura-kun. What's up, you guys? What's with that pot? Is that from your group? Switch this with your pot before somebody notices. I think that the curry the girls from our group made, at the very least, is better than what you can make. You guys. For me? Don't get the wrong idea. If you don't win, then that is... Oh, that's right. If I don't win, then the talk of eating Ch.2 and Rika-chan's curry goes right out the window. It seems like you guys are getting riled up about this too. Sorry, I'm in your debt. I'm surprised the girls in your group agreed to this. Embaressment. We're also serious about this. Filling in on day duty 3 times. These guys, to assure me victory, have paid the price. That gaze filled with burning conviction from my underclassmen. Yeah, I'm not fighting this alone. I'm fighting this with everyone. Leave it to me. Save some room, boys. I'll definitely let you eat your fill. We shall be eagerly awaiting your victory. It's a gas stove, so controlling the heat is easy. All that's left is to let it stew for a bit. The delicious smell of curry began wafting upwards. The pot gifted to me by my 2 underclassmen certainly drew some double takes. Rina even looked surprised when she came to take a look, so it must be pretty good. K-chan, you're pretty good. It looks like this will be a good match right to the bitter end. Rina wants to eat K-chan's curry. Rina's curry and Mian's curry too. Everybody is a worthy opponent. I've done my very best, but I'm not sure of the outcome. K-chan, Rika's calling you. Go see what she wants. What? Rika-chan's calling me. What could it be? Well, whatever. Well, while I'm at it, I can gather some intelligence on the enemy. Rika-chan was doodling on the ground in front of the pot, because all that's left is to let it stew. Even then, it's good to know that she doesn't leave the stove unattended. Hey Rika-chan, how's yours doing? It's Mr. Curry. Huh? Rika-chan was doodling something strange and introducing it as Mr. Curry. Mr. Curry is amazing. He shoots beams from his eyes. Pew pew. Apparently Mr. Curry shoots beams from his eyes. Drawing a beam with a stick, she etched a line towards my feet. Does that mean I've been shot with a laser? Whoa! Barrier. Beam reflect. Took another stick in my hand and reflected the beam striking Mr. Curry. Mr. Curry can shoot missiles from his stomach. Pshoo! Wah! May borrow a super electromagnetic barrier and retaliatory beam. Mr. Curry absorbs the beam energy and fires his impulse wave cannon. Rika-chan and I scratched at the ground, thoroughly engrossed in our doodle war. Wait a moment. Hey Rika-chan. You called me here for a reason, right? Yes, I called you. But I've already fulfilled my purpose. At that moment, a chill ran up my spine. Already fulfilled her purpose? They got me! Headed back to my pot, standing there just as feared was Satoko. With no question asked, I drop-kicked the back of her head. Well, what do you think you're doing? You know better than to do that to a lady's head. Who cares about that? Satoko, did you mix something in my with my How impertinent. I haven't fallen that far. Despite what you may think, I'm a fair person, you know? Then what's this incomprehensible line of ladies and plates? leaving them all in these unstable positions. If they fall over, what will you do? At that moment, a gentle breeze blew by, knocking over a ladle that was stood up on its end. Ladle fell like domino, knocked over the next cooking utensil in a row. Whap, 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 whap. Clank, clank, thud, thud. This is art. Come to think of it, Domino World record challenges were quite the rage on television a while back. K-chan, the frying pan! Didn't even have time to react. The chain reaction knocked over a cutting board, then a frying pan. The next after that was my pot. Crash. The frying pan struck my pot full force, tipping it over. The contents cruelly spilled out, and now my masterpiece was sampled by the schoolyard. Oh, go! Come here, squirt. I stared dumbfounded. It was such a beautiful and elaborate mousetrap that for a moment I lost touch with reality. Oh my, this is a catastrophe. I didn't do anything, you hear me? Oh, Satoko! Squirt! You and me are gonna have words. Like now. At that very last moment, I had let my guard down. I ignored the culinarily incompetent Satoko for far too long. Even if she couldn't cook, Satoko still had this method of fighting back. Just then, Rina, who had been sampling her own pot, let out a scream. What? Rina's curry is salty? Salty? Was Rina also sabotaged? And what about Mion? My rice is salty! I've been had! Oh! Satoko! The teenagers would like to have a word with you, Satoko. You mind stepping around back with us? We wouldn't want to be interrupted now, would we? Yeah, I wouldn't let that stand. What would I do in this situation? I'd probably dropkick her again. But seeing as he already did that, I'm not sure what I would do. Needless to say, she would be punished. Yeah, okay, Satoko. You, me, Rina, Mion, we're all gonna meet around back in about 5 minutes. You cool with that? You don't really have a choice, so I'll ask again. Are you cool with that? Yeah? Great. We'll see you there. Yeah, no one sabotages my cooking. With this, all the obstacles in my way have been taken care of before the fight even begins. All that effort wasted. So sad, so sad. So very, very sad. Rika-chan and Satoko rubbed my dumbfounded head into their heart's content. Pushing the desks together, it was about time for the meals to be judged. A delicious odor of curry spread throughout the courtyard. The members of the The members of the forestry service, to whom we owed gratitude for their daily work, were guided to their seats. The principal gave a bit of a ceremonial introduction. Next, the teacher expressed her desire for them to judge the curry contest. The men from the forestry service seemed to like that kind of thing and gave their enthusiastic approval. Well then, is everybody finished? We'll now have all the judges sample your cooking. Everybody in the class brought up their painstakingly made curry and arranged them on the desk. The only club members who managed a decent result were Rika-chan's group. Knowing full well it was a failure, Rina plated her curry for the judges. She already knew she was going to get a low score. But at least she was still able to serve hers. Both Mion's and my curry were completely obliterated, so we couldn't even line them up on the table. The judges started from the curry made by the lower grades. They had a lively discussion praising the food. Finally, it was our curry's turn. Next up is Ryugu-kun's curry. Yes, this looks quite appetizing. Principal cheerfully shoveled a spoonful of Rina's salty curry into his mouth. Of course, his expression immediately changed. Oh my, what happened, Ryugu-san? It seemed so delicious when you were cooking it. Chie-sensei must have had some expectations, judging from her disappointment. Oh, I'm so sorry. I might have added a bag of salt by accident. The rest of the judges grimaced after they each had a bite. I feel sorry for them. Failure is but the seasoning for success. No, Satoko does not equal culinary expert. Satoko equals sabotage expert. Failure is the best seasoning for success. I'm looking forward to next time. Do your best. Saying that, the principal devoured the rest of the oversalted curry in one go. Truly a man amongst men. Rina was down and out. Her offensive capabilities were something else, but she was defeated due to her weak defense. Favorite character? Probably Mion. Being honest, probably Mion and Rika. Mion, then Rika, then Rina, then Satoko. Well then, please savor our curry next. I see that Furude-san's group put a lot of effort into their curry. Let's see here. It's simple, but very nicely done. There was also the incident with Rina's salted curry right before this, so the judge's assessment was extraordinarily high. Maybe not just extraordinary, but perhaps today's forerunner. The judges began a heated debate. One of those judges let out a sigh as he removed a chunk of carrot with his spoon. Yeah, this kid's curry really isn't half bad. But I don't like carrots, you see. Personally, I think that carrots are a staple of curry. But I guess to each their own. However, seeing that, Rika-chan read the nameplate on the chest of his coveralls and began to speak. That's no good, Kyoji. You have to eat your carrots. What is she saying all of a sudden? Everybody turned to Rika-chan with a stunned look. But what Rika-chan just did was super effective. The carrot-hating judge began stuffing his face with curry while tears streamed down his face. Oh, really? She's got that cute thing going on for her. Kyoji. There's seconds if you want them. Sob. Mommy! While crying like he continued shoveling curry into his mouth. That's right. Rika-chan's curry was by no means simple. No, that curry had the taste of a mother's cooking. With the carrot-hating judge out of the picture, Rika-chan's assessment was unanimous. Oh. Nobody can stand up to Rika's curry. Satoko let off a shrill laugh as she declared victory, but at that moment... Don't be fooled, my esteemed judges. Don't be deceived into thinking this meager slop is the taste only a mother can provide. What you people actually wanted to eat was this kind of curry, wasn't it? Oh! All of a sudden, it's, in all its perfect glory, Neon's curry. Not only the judges, but the teacher, the underclassmen, and of course myself could only gasp in admiration. Hamburg steak with a demi-glace sauce and a fresh salad. It's a set. It wouldn't be stretching it to say that this was a full-course meal. It's perfect. Perfectly made. Amazing, amazing! Ichan, you're amazing! Satoko was also shocked. Even Rika couldn't hide her surprise. It seemed the victor was decided without even needing a taste. Of course, the hamburger was hand-kneaded. The salad was also had a homemade dressing, but of professional quality, and the curry, not even a micron of grit. This is sublime. Truly a taste to savor, Sonozaki-san. This curry is, no doubt, a living testimony to 6,000 years of Indian knowledge and beautiful harmony with Japanese cuisine. I'm elated. This deserves full marks. I'm giving it 100 points. Aw, you're welcome. I'm just trying to set an example as class representative. Neon bowed politely, and then winked at us with a smile on her face. I admit defeat. There's no way this is happening. I'm certain I sabotaged that pot of rice. That's right. And Satoko had dumped salt into Neon's rice cooker, which should have ruined it. At that moment it hit me. I spun back towards my own canister. That's why! At some point, my cooking canister had been opened, its contents completely emptied. Damn you, Neon! You used my rice! That's no fair! Hand over half your curry. Neon chuckled, clucked her tongue and waved her finger at me as a smirk washed over her face. Oh there, K-chan. You're not taking this seriously enough. You gave up at the last moment. I didn't. That's the difference between us. As soon as you give up, it's all over. Gah! I couldn't even properly voice my shame. Mi-chan, I feel sorry for Keiichi-kun. Just give him at least a little. It's fine, it's fine. This is a lesson. Kei-chan just learned that you shouldn't give up on a contest until it's all over. Right? It loathes me to say it, but Mion is right. You know, I honestly was thinking, why don't, considering they destroyed Keiichi-kun's curry, they destroyed, they oversalted Rina-chan's curry, then they killed Neon's rice. Why couldn't we all have worked together to defeat them? Which is apparently what Mion did, albeit a bit underhandedly. Give up so quickly on the match was my own. Give up so quickly on the match was my own folly. For Mion to have brought that to my attention, I should actually be thankful to her. Well then, did that mean that even in this situation I shouldn't give up? My curry was overturned while it was still in the pot, and I don't even have any rice left. How in the blazes am I supposed to lose? Am I not supposed to lose hope in this situation? Mibaro-san. Tomita-kun and Okamura-kun suddenly appeared. Damn it! Even though my protégés had tried so hard, I was unable to meet their expectations. It was an accident. There was nothing you could do. Both of them were dejected. Ha! I couldn't accept defeat so easily. I was their senior. What would I be if I didn't pick up the broken pieces of the dream I had shown them? How good I would do in this club? Depends on the challenge and stuff like that, you know? I mean, I think I'd probably do better than Keiichi, though. That's for sure. Yeah, I'd probably do better than Keiichi does in this club. That's for sure. What would I be if I didn't pick up their broken pieces of the dream I had shown? Pick up the broken pieces of the dream I had shown them. I just learned it from Mion just now, didn't I? Don't throw away the contest, not until the last moment. Think, Keiichi Mibara, think. Not about how to make more curry, about how to win the match. Ah! I had an idea. I didn't think I could turn the tables, but it was better than nothing. Tomita-kun, come and wash your hands. Help me out. Okamura-kun, there's something I want you to find. Okay, gotcha. Both of them disappeared after receiving these instructions. Oh? How is Kei-chan going to flounder about at the end? Why don't you show me? Nobody likes a stubborn fool, you know? Shut up. Just sit there and watch this. Just sit there and watch the last card I have to play. First off, Mion, I'll be taking some of your rice. I won't let you say no. I don't really care, it's salty after all. It's okay if Rina helps too, right? Keiichi-kun is in trouble right now. Hearing you say that is very reassuring. Well then, Rina, go make some tea. Oh, he doesn't trust me. Next, Satoko. Also Rika-chan. I challenge you to a side bet. What did you say? We'll listen to your request. This was my duty to my two protégés who shed blood, sweat, and tears for my sake. Satoko, Rika-chan, if I receive a perfect score, I'll be taking your curry. Nothing for you to eat. You need to know when to stop joking around. I'll be giving a big no to that. No, it's alright, Satoko. Take him up on it. Firmly patting the top of Satoko's head, Mion said those words with all the gravitas of a club president. You handicapped him this much, didn't you? There's no way he can make up for that, so meet him head on. No matter how hard he struggles, he's not going to make a comeback, right? Mion is goading them into the bed. Yes. Nice. I like that. She's probably winking at me behind Satoko's back, isn't she? Or something. Let's see. Keep it going. I don't mind, Keiichi. Go for it. Yay! The judges, seemingly growing tired of sampling the various curries, were debating each entry. From what little I overheard, it seemed that Mion's impending victory was not in question. By the way, what happened to Meibara-kun's curry? I haven't tried it yet. Yeah, the pot with my curry in it fell over. That's so. It's a real shame. I may have lost my curry, but that doesn't mean I've lost this contest. I'll have everybody singing my praises. My combative posturing had drawn the attention of all the judges. Let's see. If I was in his position, what would I do? Everybody's already eaten curry rice, the hot dish. I'd make a curry rice pudding, or something that they're not expecting, while still falling within lines of the challenge. And it'd be a lot faster to make too, because rice is already cooked. Yeah, sure, it's a little salty, but you can temper that. That's easily something dealt with. And it would give the judges a dessert. Something that, I mean, they've eaten who knows how many plates of curry and rice. Like 10, 20-ish, probably. It'll give them something different to refresh their palate, and so it'll be like tasting something fresh. That's it. And it's quick to make and easy to do. Boom. Done. But I'm not sure if that's what he made, so let's see what he actually ended up making. First of all, just be quiet and eat these, please. I'll listen to your complaints after that. This is my cooking! Meibara-kun, that's... He made rice balls. Okay. Honestly, that's also a good idea. Curry rice balls. Yeah, sure, why not? The judges smiled wryly at the simple fare that was quite in contrast to the preceding bravado. Rena poured tea into the cups she had brought over from the break room. He's making a mockery of this. There, look. There's not even any filling. There's nothing more than... It's nothing more than salted onigiri. This isn't even worthy of being called a contest anymore. It's true, the amount of salt might be a little much, but Rena's expression told me that she thought this was a great idea, but it might still not be enough to win the match. Meibara-san, is this really enough to make a comeback? Gentlemen, you did well. It's alright. Just watch. The judges were chewing with their mouths full and sipping at the tea. Nobody was singing praises or awestruck. They were just quietly chowing down. Seems that Kei-chan has learned how to use some rather underhanded techniques. This might be difficult. Yeah, that's right. Rena understands that now too. What do you mean? Why is everybody just quietly eating that much? You see, Satoko-chan, that's because the judges are actually tired of eating curry. That's fair. But, in my opinion, I would have gone with the sweet curry rice pudding. You know, but, I mean, onigiri's a great choice, too. Yeah, because they were judges, they had to sample each and every offering, and because they were from small children, because they were made to show their appreciation, they couldn't just eat a little bit of each. Sometimes a man values the amounts more than the taste. At those times, rather than rich, mind-blowing flavor, they crave simplicity. They couldn't say it out loud, but this was the tastiest thing they'd had today. I confirmed that by looking at their eyes as the judges smiled wryly. I'll praise your efforts, but today's contest was about curry. I'm not sure we can give a score to this, the teacher said, and the principal had folded their arms. The teacher and the principal had folded their arms while they pondered the situation. My underlings, seeing that, saw the small glimmer of hope fade away and grew dejected. Was this little surprise just not enough? Don't give up, K-chan, Neon whispered quietly. That's right. If I didn't push here... No. I'll have you give it a score. If you think that curry and onigiri are really that different, you're sorely mistaken. Huh? Embaressment, what are you saying? How are they the same? The principal stopped the teacher. It looked like he was giving me one final chance. The judges, having eaten their fill, quietly waited for my statement. In its homeland of India, curry is usually eaten with a type of bread called naan, isn't it? Therefore, you could say that this cuisine we call curry rice is something that we have adopted and modified. Just as the teacher said at the beginning, it's a fusion of Indian and Japanese cuisine. I know what you're trying to say, Mibara-kun, but what does that have to do with onigiri? It's actually very simple. Both curry and onigiri are things made to let you enjoy eating rice. Rice was introduced to Japan from ancient China. Our agricultural forebears watered the fields, fighting the elements, disease, and pests to grow and raise our rice-centric culture. Yes, the Japanese people have formulated over a plethora of dishes, but those were nothing more than attempts to find ways to enjoy eating rice. In other words, curry and onigiri are both the results of rice culture. It was scattered at first, but slowly grew into a steady roar. It was a thunderous applause that praised me. Enough with the nonsense already. I won't accept this. The teachers are only judging curry, you know? This is out of the question. It obviously deserves 0 points. Miss, Keiichi-kun did his best. Can you please acknowledge that? Today's class was supposed to be about curry. What should we do? Neon, stifling her laughter, stepped forward. There's a story about how when a Michelin 3-star chef from France came to Japan, the people from the hotel he was staying at had a whole bunch of ingredients from France imported. But the chef didn't even give them a second glance. I wonder why that was. They were ingredients from his homeland. That's the point. The chef went to the local fish market and made a dish from fresh fish caught in Japan. The culture of food isn't bound by predetermined rules. It's culture. If you come to Japan, you meld with Japanese culture and make something new. That's how curry and onigiri are the same. Neon. She was providing fire support. I had to be grateful. The judges were somehow moved by this complicated yet baseless trivia. A stern look washed over the teacher's face as she folded her arms. Mibara-kun, your pot of curry was flipped over, wasn't it? Even though I said at the beginning to be careful, I'm sorry. But as Mibara-kun and Sonozaki-san said, there are no boundaries in cuisine. If it's something that can amaze people, then it's not something that should be discriminated against just because of the form. Then? For spilling your pot, minus 20 points. But just for today, for not giving up and doing your best, plus 20 points. I'll give you 100 points. Mibara-san, we did it! My underclassmen leapt at me, a perfect score. We did it! The curry was spilled and our rice was taken, but we made a comeback. So everybody but Rina had a perfect score. So this contest was outside the scope of regular club activities. There wasn't any particular penalty game. Rina breathed a sigh of relief. Now then, as promised, Satoko, Rika-chan, I'll be taking your curry. But that means we won't have any lunch. Wah! Satoko stomped angrily at the ground in frustration. But the price of defeat was absolute. It's what I wanted to say, but I'll show you some mercy. You can eat half. Thank you, Keiichi. My two proteges peered over from the sidelines, tears of joy streaming from their faces. We exchanged glances that would only be understood amongst men. We did it, Mibara-san. Ah, this is all thanks to you. We flashed each other a thumbs up. Now I just have to give these to my pupils. I've gotten pretty hungry myself. I guess I'll have one of my onigiri. Wait, huh? There's no trace of my onigiri. Because of course not. And we'll be ending here. So, yeah. For those of you watching on YouTube, if you enjoyed the video, please leave it a like. Don't forget to subscribe for more content in the future. Check out my Patreon. The link will be in the description down below. For those of you watching on Twitch, link in the panels down below. Yeah, I'll be linking the recipe for Japanese curry rice in the description down below as well. I'll probably try to find a recipe for a curry rice pudding. And if I do find it, that'll also be in the description down below, also on my Discord, which I'll also start linking in the description down below as well as putting in my panels down below on Twitch. So, yeah. Don't forget to subscribe for more content in the future. Until next time, everybody, have a good one. I'll see you later. Bye! And for those of you on Twitch, thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. Later!